So because we're not going to have you have sessions and we're not going to see you for services, for whatever you would have joined us for, figured that we'd give you a little bit of Jewish learning from home. So this is Jared in my house, and we are getting ready for Shabbat. This is all totally real and non-scripted. So
I'm here too, I may chime in.
yes, which is great. So first of all, I'm going to show you about Shabbat, and then I'm going to teach you the hand washing blessing, which you normally say on Shabbat anyway, and it's particularly relevant now given the COVID-19 that's going around. So welcome into our house. This is the kitchen, and if you notice, we have two sinks. We have a sink for milchik, stuff for dairy items, and for fleischach, which is for meat or non-dairy items, like chicken, and that's for kashrut, because we keep kosher in my house. And because it's Shabbat, there is challah that we made earlier today, which is very exciting. And if you turn around, actually, you'll see that we already did our laundry, because we're not supposed to do laundry on Shabbat. So from Friday evening to Saturday after there are 3 stars in the sky, we don't do laundry, so we did it early. And that makes the house feel fresh and nice and ready for Shabbat. We have chicken cooking in the sous vide, actually, right behind for the rest of the Shabbat meal. And if you come over this way, you'll show Jared actually set the table beautifully for Shabbat tonight. We're having my parents over. So that's very exciting. When we got the Kiddush cups and the challah plate for our wedding, which is very exciting. This is where we're going to light candles later on. There are 2 sets because for my mom, so my mom can also light them. And as we light, Jared's gonna wear his kippah. This is the kippah that he wore for our wedding. And this is, I'm not entirely sure what you call it, but it's what I'll cover my head with.
A doily?
A doily. For Shabbat that Jared's mom made me as a wedding present for my bridal shower. Since I'm a married woman and you're supposed to cover your head for lighting the candles. So that are some of the Shabbat preparations. Am I missing anything?
No.
You think? Okay. So in which case, let's start figuring out the hand washing blessing. So traditionally, if you're over at somebody's house who does hand washing before Shabbat, what you'll do is you'll do probably like Shalom Aleichem, singing. And if you're in my 6th through 8th grade class, earlier this year we did the Hasidic version, which is like the Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashalrei, Malachei Elyon, Melech HaMelachim HaShakadosh Baruch Hu, which is a really fun melody. Normally singing, gathering that, we'll do candle blessings, Kiddush, and then in some version there will be blessing over the children and blessing over everyone who's there with the priestly benediction. And then people will go in for hand washing. And once you finish hand washing, you're quiet until it's time for the motzi, when you eat the challah and then you're all good for Shabbat. So the blessing for washing hands is al netilat yadayim. And it's actually a mitzvah to wash your hands. So it's a particularly good thing to do now. Traditionally, it's not done with soap, it's just water because it's symbolic. But absolutely use soap before you eat anytime. This is the ritual when there's also like very real hand washing with soap.
Do we say the blessing every time we wash our hands?
No.
No.
You can.
The correct answer is we say the blessing when washing our hands right before we're about to eat bread.
Thank you. I didn't know that.
That's something that we'll learn
know.
from Passover.
Right. So this is actually very good Passover prep because we say we hand wash twice during the Passover Seder, one time without a blessing and the second time with a blessing. Or did I mix that up?
You got that exactly
okay,
right.
It's in that same
and
order.
The first time we say it on Passover, right afterwards we eat parsley, which guess what, is not bread. The second time we say it, we eat the matzah right after, and that is our version of bread on Passover. So we say the blessing right before we're about to eat bread, or in this case, right before we say hamotzi.
I love this. I get to learn from Jared every day too about Judaism. It's really awesome. Okay, great. So I'm going to say the blessing in full, and even though I'm not going to eat bread right after this, I'm going to say the whole blessing just so for educational purposes. So in different traditions, you'll see as you say the blessing, sometimes people will put water over their hands 3 times for each hand. Some people do it over 2 times for each hand. Some people alternate hands. Some people do all 3 at once and then all 3 of the other hand at once. So you can really pick what works best for you or switch it up if you'd like. So the blessing is, first educationally, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, beginning of every blessing. Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu, which means this is a mitzvah. We're commanded to do this. al netilat yadayim, which for washing the hands. So I'm going to do 3 on each hand, one at a time for this version. So Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat yadayim. And then I would take a towel and dry. And because it is important to be very clean, both like traditionally and regularly, we're going to actually wash hands and sing a Shabbat Shalom while we're doing it. Because why not use the time that you have to take, the full 20 seconds or longer, to wash your hands? So what's a good song? Bim Bum?
Sure.
All right. Let's do. All loud it up.
Bim bum, bim 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 bum, bim 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 bum. Bim bum, bim 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 bum, bim 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 bum. Shabbat shalom,
Hey,
Shabbat shalom,
Hey,
Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom. For those of you following along, that was about 28 seconds. It's a great amount of time to wash your hands for.
Perfect.
Now, one thing we talked about that we didn't do because we're not about to eat, but normally Erica would, after saying the blessing, she would be completely silent other than saying hamotzi before eating her challah. Today, since we were just practicing, we didn't do that. But normally, we don't sing, but we can hum, or I'm sorry, we don't talk, but we can sing and hum.
It's a perfect time to do a nigun, which is a wordless melody that hopefully we'll get to learn some of them. They're just really fun ways of humming, basically, or anything without words, which you're allowed to do in between the blessings. As a fun spiritual piece, you can wonder like why it's important that we're washing our hands, because we're supposed to do this whether or not there's an illness going around. One of the reasons spiritually that we're supposed to wash our hands is because our hands allow us to interact with the world. They are, in some ways, our ability to do holiness is through our hands. So what that means is when we want to greet friends, we do that with our hands. When we want to make the world a better place, we do that with our words that we maybe type, with our writing that we learn in school, everything that we do with our hands. That's how we're able to interact with the world and make the world a better place. So spiritually, our hands are extremely important, and it's very important symbolically that we keep them clean, and also realistically that we keep them clean. So that is Intro to Shabbat and hand washing. Let us know if you have any questions, and wishing you all a very, very happy and beautiful and healthy Shabbat Shalom. Bye.